Well, first of all, and it's the opinion of Estonian experts and Nordic countries and other Baltic countries, that we shouldn't over-regulate. That's, I think, very important, because we need to let this technology develop. That said, I think on the global stage, what the EU could think about as one of the fields where it could be more active is the whole issue of using AI in military capacities, especially when we talk about lethal autonomous weapons. Now here I think the EU, if it would have a strong common position, could kind of be the leader of that field, globally speaking.
So we are facing challenges of both global competition in tension with a need for digital cooperation, and at the same time also a tension between ethical values and normative goals. The UN Charter, the European Charter on Fundamental Rights, all of those references of how we want to deploy and protect our societies are being developed in tension with how much research and innovation can be produced out of new systems like artificial intelligence.
So I think the unique selling point of Europe is ethical sensitivity. That is, to create a genuine ethical approach to this newly emerging technology, which is a meta technology and makes all other technologies better. What Europe can do is first become the locus of the best ethical research that is done on the planet, and the organizer, the convener of a global debate. Because if we want to avoid a race to the bottom problem, which means that research goes to those countries on the planet where safety standards are lowest, where ethical standards are lowest in the world, just like with tax evasion, we ultimately need something like a global set of rules.
I think the key is to understand that this tension is a fiction. There are a lot of people who say, you cannot do good AI without going around ethical norms, which is not true. In many cases, building AI system, building technology that is compatible with ethical norms is actually leads to better technology. A lot of the things that are needed to observe ethical boundaries are fascinating technological challenges. And if we solve them, we will have better technology than the one that could be stupid. So there is no let's say, conflict between the two?
I think that these two drivers are not necessarily clashing. I presume that, according to my experience, when different stakeholders in different aspects, not only technical feasibility or profit, are included, integrated in the design of a product, often, if not always, the product is much better. It's going to be more acceptable, it's going to be more accepted by the market, it's going to be socially more relevant. Therefore, I think that the strategy is to try to increase the role of the public sphere, of the public in general, in steering the paths of artificial intelligence in the future.
Yes, there is a competition, that is true, but Europe should not get super nervous about this competition. It would be much better to focus on our strengths and to have a certain idea and where we want to go to. I think Europe should not focus solely on trying to regulate a new technology, but should invest much more in using and researching and applying this technology. We should make sure that our economic base is strong enough so whatever comes out in terms of regulation out of Europe does have a global meaning.
Europe has its unique value, which is not negotiable. And we have the rules to follow, just like in GDPR, for example. And in the future, in the AI, we need to really take care about that and to learn from these things to improve the AI in different areas. And one example is probably, for example, we can set up create a highway, for example, for the testing, to give it a testing space for the autonomous driving and so on.